we go too deep. Sometimes the tea's too hot to keep, but we're here, no shame, just chill. Grab a snack, let's talk what's real. Welcome to the Feel and Spill, where the combo's hot and the vibe is real. We fill your plate and spill the tea with honesty, heart, and a little therapy. Yeah, come hang for a while. It's all love, all laughs, all style. This Feel and Spill.
Hello, listeners. Welcome back to our Fill and Spill podcast. You already know our names, so we're not going to introduce ourselves. But today we have a special treat for y'all, and we're going to be discussing red flags in relationships. Or red flags in general, whatever you guys like. Take it away, Beth.
Well, so we're going to talk about some red flags. We're going to talk about some of the most common red flags. We're also going to read a few juicy ones from the old Reddit rabbit hole that we have found, because I think we just need some good red flags, right? Like, I think a lot of times, most of us think sometimes about the obvious ones, right? But then sometimes we have some that are very, very subtle. And we don't think about those often.
No, we don't. At all.
Or we see one and we just kind of like, okay, it was just a one time. I'm just going to kind of walk around it, right?
Yeah, it's like no accountability for anything. Like whenever you're, as you say, you're going to be on time and then they show up late and it's like, okay, is this going to be like you can probably let it go the first time. And then if they do it again the second time, okay, now that's a red flag right there. Like, okay, what is it that you're doing that's making you late? Of course, if it's a legit reason, then okay, maybe you can let us slide one, two, three, maybe even three times. But if it's like something consistent, then that's an issue. That's a red flag right there. Because what could be more important than me?
Well, and also like, I think like one of the comments in the Reddit thread was like talking about the first date, about like being late on the first date, right? Like,
yeah,
I don't mean no harm. It's a first date. And if you are late, right, like there's something going on, then you message the person, you communicate, right? Because then that's at least a decent sign that you're showing up, that you're going to be there, right? And some people, maybe they have a no tolerance policy or those things like that, right? And
yeah,
so you really kind of have to be really upfront and be communicative, right? About
of course,
what you need and
right.
the things that you want and the things that you're looking for.
You need to be very transparent and basically just, put yourself on a pedestal, so to speak, because that is important. That is how you avoid red flags, is like, making yourself feel like you're part of, like you're an important person and others should see you that way. But if others don't see you that way, then you know what? Deuces. I don't need you. Okay.
Correct.
Peace out. Like,
Correct.
why are we even doing this?
Correct. Like saying no, right? Or setting a boundary is healthy. And I can't tell you how many times I often hear from folks, right? Like setting boundaries equals being mean. No, that's not being mean. Just like being direct. I hear some people say like being direct is being mean. Sure, you can soften the delivery, you can change the words, right? But at the end of the day, you're being transparent with somebody.
Right.
And that's not being mean.
I mean, sometimes you have to be real. If you're not real with the person that you're with, then how do you expect them to respect you? Or you have to be able to respect yourself in order for others to respect you. And honestly, there's people out there that, may not take you seriously, or they're there just to have fun, or like your intentions are not lining up with your intentions. So therefore, guess what? Like that right there is a red flag
Then that might not be the person for
for you.
you. It may not be, right? Because I think a lot of people oftentimes when they get into a relationship, they want that person, they see the potential in that person, right? And they're like, oh, if we get into a relationship, they'll change,
Yeah.
right?
Or they have high expectations.
And then like vice versa, right? The other person might think they might have high expectations. And if that's the case, then, that maybe just, you're just not aligned. But also thinking that you're getting into a relationship and that person is never going to change.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't view relationships like that. Everybody is going to change. They may not change in the way you want them to,
Right.
but they're going to change.
Yeah. And I think laying out what your expectations are in the beginning of the
Mhm.
relationship
Mhm.
can avoid a lot of red flags. Like,
Sure.
so just be honest. If you're honest with yourself, you'll be honest with the person that you're with. And that way, maybe that relationship would be better, because your past relationships, some people even compare, like talking to new people based on their old relationship.
Mhm.
And I think, like, okay, like they sit there and think like, okay, my last relationship didn't work out and I don't know why it didn't work out. And then you're dating somebody and then it's like, okay, so you're talking to them, maybe they don't like the same things that you like,
Mhm.
or maybe they, you know, want to have sex after the second date.
Sure.
And
And
you're like, no, that's not my MO.
right. And if that is your MO, that's okay, right? And you both are in consenting, you both are agreeing to it. Well, sure,
Hmm.
right? Like we
Right.
all have different things that we want, different things that we need, and all the things,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But
So,
I think you have to be transparent, because the other side to this is, okay, so if I don't tell them, right? Then you're also not giving them the opportunity to show you that they're capable of those things,
exactly.
right? So
Right.
that you can have an understanding. And also, if your delivery is very strong, then this is a chance for you to have this dialogue with this person so you can learn from it if the communication is an issue.
Exactly.
At least with that, you have something you can utilize, something that you can do. And if you say nothing, then you're still not going to get anywhere.
Yeah, and it's just gonna go in circles. Like, you know,
Correct.
you're just gonna be in a big ass circle, or going through the same problems that you're just repeating the same problem you've had with
Hmm.
previous relationships.
Hmm.
So, in order to avoid red flags, you got to work on yourself first, figure out what you want, what you're looking for, what your intentions are, and then when it's that time for you to meet that person, you're prepared.
Hmm. Hmm.
And honesty is the key to anything, to
Hmm.
everything. Honesty is the key.
Well, okay. So let's list some of the red flags, right?
Okay.
Um, and I feel like a lot of these red flags can vary
Hmm.
both for men and women
Of
and
course.
everybody,
Hmm.
right? Like it just does. So like overly controlling behavior,
Narcissism,
narcissism, yes, lack of respect, lack of trust,
selfishness.
mhm, lack of emotional support, right?
Yeah.
Physical, mental, emotional abuse,
Hmm.
right? Substance abuse, of course, your narcissistic behavior, anger
Yeah.
issues. I mean,
The list can go on and on and on.
absolutely. Jealousy, right? Jealousy, right?
Jealousy.
Extreme jealousy.
Hmm.
Jealousy does show up in a relationship, but there are levels
Yeah.
to each of these things. Conflict avoidance, that also is a level with itself,
No,
right?
lack of communication.
Lack of
That's like
communication.
the biggest red flag right there. Lack of communication.
Here's one that I think is interesting that's not talked about enough. And I think that there are sides to this: codependency.
Okay, yeah. That comes with maturity, like some people can be very immature and their partner is the one that's like doing everything. Like handling all the
Sort of,
bills, handling everything pretty much.
sort of. Or sometimes, depending on like circumstances, I mean, maybe you have a partner that's also not doing well, like emotionally not healthy,
Yeah.
right? And
Hmm.
so there becomes this dependency, right? And they're kind of in this place.
Or they were like raised in a household like childhood trauma.
Could be.
Like basically,
Hmm.
for instance, if they were raised in a house where their parents were very controlling or they depended more on their parents, like for decision making, things like that. So now when they're in a relationship, they
Hmm.
depend on their
The person.
partner
Hmm.
or the
Hmm.
person, like they're looking for a person to take care of them because they don't know how to take care of themselves.
Hmm.
There's people out there that are like that.
However, is there a level of codependency in relationships? Yes. Like, you should be able to feel like you can depend on your partner to be there for you, to help support, right? And that's
Absolutely.
vice versa. It goes both ways.
Hmm.
But I think there's different levels to that, right? And as long as you are like, and that doesn't mean like necessarily like the wife goes to work and the husband's a stay-at-home dad, or the wife is a stay-at-home mom and the dad, right, goes out to work, right? You can have these different roles, right? As long as both parties are in agreement with it
Yeah,
and you're not building resentment.
right. Because like when you're married, a lot of the divorce rates happen for several reasons. We can all agree to that. Um,
Hmm.
More so loss like connectivity, excuse me, connectivity with your partner. Um, Also finances.
Hmm.
Um, so there's things that you can agree to disagree on or not lining up in on the same page. So basically it's like you you got to be able to communicate, set boundaries.
Yes, but I also think there's other reasons. I think the culture itself has changed a lot because now we're in this like hookup culture kind of stage a
Yeah,
lot.
because people don't take marriage seriously anymore. And
A
I
lot
think
of
it's
times it's
and I
not.
and I think it's like sometimes people get married too young and they think that they are happy and then 10 years go by and they've been married and they feel like they're drifting apart.
Or you become complacent.
Exactly. Like, you know,
Different thing. I mean, there's lots of reasons and lots of things that,
or people don't
obviously
want
cause divorce.
yeah, or they don't want to handle the responsibility anymore.
But we also know if your parents are already divorced, we know the likelihood of you getting divorced is
It's high,
higher also.
way higher. Yeah,
Correct.
yeah,
Correct.
for
Because
sure.
who are the first people we learn from?
Our
Our parents.
parents, of
Our
course,
parents, right?
of course.
So other things could also include like gaslighting, manipulation, those kind of behaviors, right? sometimes around social isolation, depending on like how how your partner is, jealousy and things like that can also lead to that, right? Or
Yeah.
them not wanting you to have as much community, sense of friends. I think that's also there. Um,
It's
Lacking the desire to communicate.
yeah, it's like you can't have your way or the highway.
Correct. Lack of social connections or friends, like just in general. Like, for example, I have a lot of times many men come in and not have many friends, and the wife has more friends and things like that, and is more social. And there's this balance, right? Where also that codependency comes in a little bit of
Hmm.
where they also need hobbies and to feel like themselves. And it can go both ways, but a lot of times I see it with men in
Yeah,
particular.
because like my husband and I have more friends than him,
Mhm.
so it's like
But
he
we're also
tells me
pushed.
all the time, like, well, at least you have somebody to talk to. I don't really have people to talk to. I'm like, but you choose to be that way, like,
Well, think about how men are raised, right? Like men are not taught to really be social like women are. Women
mhm,
are always taking care of other people. That's how we're raised. That's how we operate, right?
yeah,
So we have to be communicating and connecting and doing those things.
mhm,
And men are not really taught the same thing to a degree.
yeah.
And so it looks different as we age and as we get older, right? And then, of course, it's also harder to make friends as adults. It is
Oh
because
yeah.
we're always busy. We're running around, we're doing all the things, we're taking care of kids, the house, our partner, all the things. And it's hard to keep up with.
Have you seen that TikTok where it says, "Where are the 30 to 40-year-olds hang out?"
Mhm.
And somebody answered, "Well, we hang out at home,
Correct. On the couch
isolated,
in our pajamas, sitting there.
watching Netflix or Hulu,
Correct.
catching
That's
up
what
on our shows, murder mysteries."
that's what we would rather be doing
I mean, because we're tired. We're tired. I think,
all
like,
the time.
as millennials, I'm a millennial. You're a
Mhm.
Are you a millennial too? Okay, so I'm a
Mhm.
little I'm a little bit older. um, I'm a millennial, and so is Beth, and we feel like, you know, we're tired. We're tired. We have demanding jobs. I have a kid. I have a husband. My life is chaotic. We own businesses, and it's a lot, and we don't have time to party or go out and meet people. Like, I wish we did. And like Beth works and has running her business, and things get busy and you don't have time. I don't think we have the patience to deal with public, especially when we work with the public. Um And I feel like, not that we're not happy at our jobs or anything or what we do. We love what we do. It's just we enjoy helping people.
You
I mean,
get peopled out.
yeah,
You
I mean,
get peopled
we're
out.
ex-pharmacy technicians. So it's like it's in our blood or our nature to help people. And it's not like we don't enjoy what we're doing. We love what we do. We just are tired as millennials. We're in this generation. It's not like how we were growing up in the 90s, the 80s and the 90s where everything was just easier and nothing was so exposed as it is now, or as expensive as it is now. So the cost of living went up, and therefore nobody has time or the money to go out to a club and meet people or to a bar and meet people.
All the
So,
time.
and the most people that we know, it's like, just like me and Beth, we met at our job, Walgreens. So it's like your coworkers are your friends, like, and you literally see them more than you see your own kids and things like that. So it's like
Absolutely.
that's where the 30 and 40-year-olds are.
That's where we are. That's where we
Taking
are.
care of kids, cooking dinner.
So, other than the lack of social connections, right? I think this is the one you like to bring up a lot is the love bombing.
Oh, the love.
The love bombing, right?
Yes.
We all love the love bombing.
Who doesn't?
Exactly.
I think I want to circle back though to selfishness.
Okay.
I think that's like a topic that, couples don't realize that they're doing it. There's some couples don't realize that they're being selfish. Like, for instance, when it comes to sex,
Okay.
you can be selfish in bed
Mm-hmm.
because you can be,
Mm-hmm.
giving and giving and giving and not getting what you're giving. Does
Mm-hmm.
that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's like with that's a red flag. I mean, if it's in a marriage and that is a problem, then you should have a discussion about it. But if it's just somebody that you're just talking to and you're getting to know, and a couple months go by and you guys, have sex or whatever, and every time that you guys have sex, it's like you're giving, you're giving, you're giving, but the person that you're with isn't giving anything, isn't returning the favor, as they say.
Well, so you can
That's a
even
red flag.
take sex out of that. You can even just say like, I always have to go where you want to go,
Right,
or watch whatever movie you want to watch, or do this and do that. Which, I mean, to some degree, I mean, your interests may not also align, right? So that sometimes also makes it tough. But at some point, you kind of have to meet in the middle, and you have to compromise
right. It
and
can't
switch
always,
it up.
yeah, it can't always be like one-sided, you
Correct.
know.
No, it can't be one-sided. It takes two to tango.
There you go.
It takes two to tango.
I just thought
And
it was
you were a person before your relationship began. So you just don't lose yourself, but a lot of people do, right? Because they're empath.
yes,
Empath. I take that back. Empathic, right? So they're giving and giving and giving, and the other person is taking and taking and taking.
right.
And I'm it's kind of hard to say that like relationships are supposed to be fair, but the world is never fair. We try to make it as balanced as we can, but it's never going to be fair. And that's also for some people to recognize, and that's needs to like some people need to recognize that like that is just a realistic thing also.
Yeah,
Because I think sometimes people often will get caught up on the fairness piece of it.
that's true. Yeah, they do.
You see it go both ways.
Right. I think also, like, when it comes to online dating,
Well, I mean, dating in general, there's going to be red flags.
of course, dating in general, but like I'm talking like as far as, you know, when
Oh,
you're
people
looking
asking for money.
at you or or catfishing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like,
Which
sorry, I'm meeting this person and you don't look like this person. Ding ding ding.
which dating for the most part now, I mean, it's all majority of it is online, unless you meet a friend of a friend, or work, or through like some kind of organization, like like some people do meet at church, right? Like things like that, right? But it's more rare. You're gonna meet more people online.
Of course. I mean, there's like all these apps and they're strangers, you know what I mean? So like safety is key whenever you're
Sure.
talking to somebody online. So if you're going to meet somebody online, please be safe. don't be stupid. Give somebody
Well, and also
your location.
give somebody your location, but also like
You don't want to end up on
FaceTime them
exactly. Like you don't
before
want to end
you
up
go
on
on a date with them.
exactly. You don't want to end up on the 6 o'clock news like this person
Correct.
is missing.
Correct.
Right?
Nobody needs to be on the ID channel. Okay. We
Yeah.
don't want nobody on the ID channel. But unfortunately, it's something that happens every day.
Yeah, and it's really scary too. And
Yes.
it's okay to tell somebody, like tell your loved ones or cousin, a friend, brother, sister, parents, anybody, oh, I'm going on a date with this person. This is gonna be my location, blah, blah, blah. You know, can you either be there like in a distance or just like be cautious of online dating in general. And you are going to be meeting strangers, so you can get catfished. That's like a common thing. Like somebody can pretend. I think I just seen a video on TikTok where and it could be they're just probably doing this for like to get views or whatever. But this lady, she made a fake account and was talking to her husband, and she made her husband meet her 2 hours away because he thought he was talking to another girl named Allison or whatever. Allison, I don't remember the girl's name. And then he got to the restaurant, he saw his wife at the restaurant, and she's like, well, hi, I'm so and so. And he was like, well, what are you doing here? You made me drive 2 hours. She's like, why are you on Tinder? Like,
Correct.
why are you on
Correct.
Tinder? Like,
On Tinder.
you know what I mean? So you can easily catfish somebody. You can, like, not to give anybody ideas of how to catch your husband cheating, but I just thought it was funny. Like, but again, they could be doing this for views. You never know.
That's just like that documentary that was on Netflix with the mom that was like messaging her own kid like these nasty messages and like really harassing her and saying all these horrible things. Then the police show up to the house to tell the daughter, we know who your stalker is. It's your mom. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine?
Did the mom get locked up?
I forget what exactly happened in the end, but I remember, I forget, what is it called? It was a Netflix documentary that came out not too long ago. But yeah, it was wild. Like, how could you say all that horrible shit to your child? Like and that's what I'm saying is like
Some parents shouldn't be parents.
Red flags, people, red flags.
Yeah, some parents shouldn't be parents. That's all I got to say.
Let's look into these comments here down this little Reddit rabbit hole. Let's see. We got quite a few in here that look very, very interested. And it's so wild because it's definitely a rabbit hole because you could just get lost in this for days. I like this one. Date with a woman. She tells me that everyone wants to sleep with her, celebrities, regular people, men, women, etc., and start showing me Photoshop pictures with her and various singers and actors like Eminem and Madonna.
Did you hear about that married woman that kissed Chris Brown on stage? Yeah. There was a married woman that kissed Chris Brown on the stage. I mean, she had like, she was honest. I liked her honesty on the whole thing. I mean, some people get carried away, I mean, you've got a celebrity right in front of you, like you're not, and so close to you, you're not gonna do something. I mean, some people get carried away. Is it considered cheating? I don't know. Well, I guess.
But these are Photoshop people that she photoshopped herself with. These ain't real people. These are Photoshop pictures she put herself with. And not only that, I love what he said to her.
What'd he say?
Told her I cannot handle fame, paid for the drinks, and left laughing. He couldn't handle the fame. He could not handle the fame.
I mean, it's I mean, who can? Let's see, do we have another one?
Oh, yeah, we got quite a few. Let's see here. Oh, I went on a date with someone who made no mention of being in a triad until we were on the date. Just show up. Okay.
Okay.
I went on several dates with someone who complained constantly and bitterly about his ex-wife.
Red flag. Sorry, red flag. Like, eventually he's what, after a couple months dating, you're gonna start complaining about me? Nope. Bye.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. All right. I went on a date with someone who talked about his wealth for like 80% of the date and legit asked me if I wanted to be a stay-at-home wife, then tried to get me to sit in the back of his Tesla with him so he could show me the mini fridge.
Conceited much?
Mm.
I mean, hello.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I went on 2 dates with someone who spent 2 hours on the second date telling me all about his obsession with aliens and UFOs and the government conspiracy to cover it all up.
Must he live in this day and age? And given all the conspiracy shit that's going on in the world today. I don't know. It's madness out here. I mean, that's a red flag because that's a weirdo. I'm sorry. Not to judge anybody, but I'm not judging. I'm just saying UFOs and conspiracy theories. It's crazy that you bring that up because conspiracy theories can be true. Like, if the facts state it, like if the facts are legit and there's like research behind it, I could understand being a conspiracy theorist. But come on, UFOs and aliens, and that's all you have to talk about.
What do you think of this one? Ready for this one?
Go ahead.
Now, to be fair, I work with these types of clients, so
Okay.
it's interesting. But we were watching a movie at his house. His buddy was over. I had been working all day and was exhausted and fell asleep. I woke up to my boyfriend sucking on my big toe with his buddy still casually watching the movie. Couldn't have waited till he left. Like, at least. Or maybe had the conversation of if that's something you wanted to do.
Like, I want to comment, but like,
Consent, people. Consent.
privacy, people. Privacy.
Consent.
You couldn't wait till he left to do that? I mean, how did she not feel him though? I mean, I'm just curious. Like, were you that tired that you couldn't feel somebody sucking on your toe?
She might be a deep sleeper. We don't know.
I'm sorry, that one was funny. Like, that one was hilarious.
This one, just wait for this one. He accused me of cheating and then said, "Oh, good. Nobody else has been here," as we're having sex. Like, dude, that's not how things work. He also said he'd murder me if I ever left him. And then they commented, but my dumbass just thought it was so romantic. Nah.
Red flag.
All over. Red, all the way.
Hey.
Roll out the red tape for that one.
As soon as he said that KILL word or murder, like, no, we're not going there. Bye.
Oh. Oh. The one where he set his ex's things on fire, filmed it, and then showed it to me.
That sounds like a Shania Twain song.
Or what's her name? Carrie Underwood.
Yeah.
Before he cheats.
Yeah.
Dug her key into the side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He gave me a key to his place after knowing him for a week and went on one date. That dude was ready to jump. He's like a frog.
You're probably desperate or need somebody.
Yeah.
Codependency. Codependency. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
That's right there. Red flag. We want you guys to tell us what are your red flags. What do you think your red flags are?
Yes. If y'all have some interesting stories, yeah, please do share.
Comment, share. We'll be happy to read some of them on our next podcast.
Absolutely. And here's the thing too, right? Like we've all experienced red flags. I know I've experienced quite a few red flags.
Oh yeah, so have I.
In the dating circle, right?
Mhm.
Like we all have. And we've all had that moment where we're like, damn, how did I didn't see it? But
Even in friends, like it doesn't even have to be in relationships. Like it could be friends. Like you can like like I've lost friends because I came to a realization, oh, this person's not really in it to
absolutely
be my friend. This person's either trying to get something out of it or they're just bad luck. Because you'll know when somebody is against you once bad shit starts happening to you around that person.
Best piece of advice. A lot of times
walk around with holy water.
With squirt gun. Start spraying. No, best piece of advice that I think, working with people, working with relationships, and doing this as long as I have, a lot of times our gut tells us something.
Yeah.
Listen to it. Listen to it. Stop and actually listen to it. And I realize that sometimes maybe we don't want to think something is true, but guess what?
It is. 95% of the time it is true.
And you're going to wind up into more deeper shit than what you thought.
Yeah. And you're better off. Like you could be friends with somebody for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had a friend, that I was friends with for 20 years, maybe even more. But they just started doing stuff and things start happening to you. Like I've noticed, like when you're around certain people, they can have some like this mojo, this jealousy towards you, and it will radiate to you, and bad shit will start happening. So you just got to be conscious. It's not just red flags about relationships, it's red flags with family, friends, coworkers. Like your coworkers aren't supposed to be your like friends per se. I mean, you can be cordial at work, but like some things you shouldn't be like, you shouldn't get close to certain people. Like you have to feel them out. first before you just jump on there like, okay, I can trust this person. You
Sure.
know, so use your conscience, you listen to your heart, listen to your gut. You got to be able to read those red flags.
Absolutely. And don't just let them pass by. Say something.
No. And I'm a big believer in being careful who you surround yourself with, because not everybody has good intentions towards you.
Absolutely not. They don't.
So you got to be, and you also, this is a lesson that you can teach your kids. Like, teach them this lesson, because it'll help them in the long run when they start making friends. They will know what to look out for, you know and maybe, like, let's give some examples of friends that can throw off like red flags. So let's say, for instance,
You ask them to hang out and
uh-huh,
they don't show up. They're always changing plans. They cancel at the last minute,
yeah.
right? Those are red flags.
Or you're
People,
always constantly reaching out to them and saying, hey, how are you? How's the family? Blah, blah, blah. But they don't return the favor. But
it's
all of a sudden you're getting, like, I don't know,
they only call you.
invited to random events, but you don't even talk to this person on a daily.
They only call you when they need you.
Exactly.
And that goes with family as well.
Oh, yeah. It's more so family that does this than strangers.
Well, family and friends.
Family and friends, yeah. Like, I think like there's family out there that just call you just because they need something from you, or you have a skill that they need.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's many different red flags, and again, it just goes back to listen to your gut, and regardless if it's confrontational or not,
Mm-hmm.
stand up for yourself, set your boundaries, and you'll be fine. Or otherwise, you'll be showing up to my door, and that's typically what I see in the therapy room, right? Because that's what happens.
And these are just general examples. We're not saying like it towards to anyone. They're just general examples of things like you should look out for, that we're just trying to advocate for our listeners that may be in that situation
Mm-hmm. Need
with
it.
a friend and needs to understand how to open their eyes
Mm-hmm.
to what's in front of them. I think that's the goal of this episode, is that we wanted to, help those out there understand these red flags,
And
you know,
follow your gut.
and be cautious. This is your life
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day.
And
Nobody,
that goes into our next segment as well. Our next episode, I'm super excited for, because we're going to have Dr. Crystal Miner. She's going to be coming on the show. She's an OBGYN, and she is going to actually be talking about sexual assault awareness, because in April it is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So
yeah.
I'm super excited to have her onto the show. We are also going to be updating a couple of different things. One, we're going to actually have a phone number so we can actually start taking in callers into the show. So, of course, we want to hear, yes, we're super excited. We want to hear from our listeners, and hopefully can call us in, and we'll be announcing times of when we are going to be recording and filming the podcast. And if you would like to chime in or ask a question, please feel free to definitely give us a call at that point in time. But we're super excited for the new things ahead.
It's going to be exciting. We look forward to it. I know you guys are going to look forward to it. Comment, leave a comment, email us of any topics that you guys want us to talk about. Like, we're here for you. So anything that you guys think that we should talk about, bring it up.
Yes.
We would
So
appreciate it.
please like and subscribe if you
Yes.
do enjoy the Fill and Spill podcast, and spill the word.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Spill the word. And you can find us on Instagram. You can find us on TikTok, and we are all on majority of the major platforms. But as again, we want to thank all of our listeners who do come in and listen and take the time to kind of hear us while we obviously ramble on certain things late at night.
Love to ramble.
Correct. So,
but that's the whole point of the podcast, is rambling. So.
That is correct. That is the point of the podcast, because we just love to give you all the fill and spill. Yeah. Good night, listeners.
Bye.
Oh yeah. Fill it up, spill it out. Oh yeah. Fill it up, spill it out. Oh yeah. Fill it up, spill it out. 'Cause OG and Beth know fill it up, spill it out. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Welcome to the Fill and Spill, where we laugh to laugh. We fill your plate and spill the tea, and spill the tea. Pull up a chair, unwind, on your family or every time. This the Fill and Spill. Oh yeah, fill it up, spill it.